joining us this hour on iUrgence TV. I am Faith Ashu Oluwakemisola. Before the news in details, let's take a quick look at the trending headlines. On our local news today, insecurity halts rehabilitations try Boko Haram members, Senate tells federal government. On our political news, the registration of ADC for others appeal court differs hearing till July 14th. On our business news, CBN data localization Galaxy Backbone moves to capture banks' fintechs. Now the news in full. On our local news, the Senate has urged the federal government to halt the policy of rehabilitating and reintegrating former Boko Haram members into society and ensure that the perpetrators of terrorism and banditry are instead arrested and made to face the full wrath of the law. The Senate condemned in strong terms the worsening insecurity in Nigeria, describing it as increasingly complex, persistent and alarming, manifesting through terrorism, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, attacks on communities, and continued loss of innocent lives across the country. Debate on the issue drew contributions from senators across party lines reflecting deep concerns within the National Assembly over a security crisis that has in recent years expanded beyond its traditional northeast epicenter to touch virtually every zone of the country. The Senate observed a minute of silence in honor of late Major General Rabi Abubakar, former Director of Defense Information, and all Nigerians who lost their lives to terrorism, insurgency, banditry, and kidnapping across the nation. And on our political news, the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Tuesday deferred the full-blown hearing of substantive appeals seeking to set aside the judgment that ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to deregister the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and 4 other political parties until July 14th. Some of the respondents drew the attention of the court's 2 processes they said were served on them before the commencement of the proceedings and requested to file their responses. Justice Lifu ordered the defendants to stop parading themselves as registered political parties in the country, saying he found merit in the suit filed against them by the National Forum of Former Legislators (NFFL). Notably, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Prince Lateef Fagbemi SAN, who is also a defendant in the matter, threw his weight behind the plaintiffs. The AGF argued that unless the country intervened, INEC would continue to act in breach of its constitutional duty by retaining parties that have failed to meet the minimum requirements prescribed by law. And lastly, on our business news, Galaxy Backbone (GBB) has intensified its engagement with banks, fintech firms, and other financial institutions as the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) moves to enforce the local storage of payment transaction data. The webinar followed the CBN's directive to banks, fintech companies, mobile money operators, and other payment service providers to strengthen regulatory oversight, improve transparency, and ensure critical financial data remains within the country. GBB's head of automation and integration, Thomas Ogenibume, also highlighted the role of company sovereign cloud in helping financial institutions improve efficiency, protect sensitive information, and meet regulatory requirements. Head of Data Center Operations Samuel Olushola Oyeleke said Galaxy's backbones, globally certified Tier 3 and Tier 5 and Tier 4 data centers provide the resilience, reliability, and high availability needed to support uninterrupted digital services, disaster recovery, and business continuity for critical financial operations. That'll be all for the news for now. I am Faith Ashu Oluwakebisola. Do have a great day.